everybody, Pigpen the one and only, and welcome to Perfect Launch 101. I was sitting in a lobby the other day, just minding my own business, when I got a question. Somebody asked me, what does it mean when you say launch at 2100 RPMs or 3000? And started thinking, and that's when it hit me. It occurred that I never really explained the whole launching system, how I do a perfect launch, what's going through my mind and what I'm thinking, what I'm looking at. So I'm going to explain it to you the best I can. If you're a noob at the game, hopefully this will help you out and you can kind of improve your game. And if you're a veteran, maybe you learn something here, maybe you don't. Maybe there's something you can take to help improve your game as well. That's my goal anyway. So I'm going to explain it the best I know how. So the way I see it, there are two requirements for a perfect launch. And this doesn't matter if you're racing the ZR1 or the Ford Focus or the Zonda, whatever it is. Two requirements, and one of them is you have to launch, hit that launch button and time it within, I believe it's 34 thousandths of a second from the beginning of the race. So if you hit it at 0.034 or under, you can get a perfect launch. If you hit it at 0.035, you won't. The other requirement that you must meet, and it changes from car to car, is the RPM that you launch at. Most cars have a range, a couple of hundred RPMs. We'll say the ZR1, I believe, is the high range is 2,200 RPMs down to about 2,000 RPMs. You have to hit it within that small window, and you have to have it within 0.034 of the start of the race. Those two requirements and you will get a perfect launch. If you miss either or both of those, you will not get a perfect launch. And that's the main idea of a perfect launch. Like I said, it changes from car to car, the RPMs and the timing. Each car is different. When you release it, you watch the RPMs drop, all that. It changes, and it takes timing and practice to get the right release. But once you have it, then you watch the needle drop and you launch at the specific RPM. And as long as your release is on point, when you launch, when it hits that specific RPM, you should get that perfect launch. In theory, that's how it works. So I have a few pictures here. Kind of show you what I look at, what's going through my mind when I'm ready to race. First thing that happens is when it says let's race, you'll see the cars lined up, and all of the pedals, the launch, the NOS, the tachometer, everything will kind of slide up into place. You've seen it a million times. And right then what I do is I will position myself, my hands, whether it's on my phone or here on the iPad, I position them where I feel most comfortable. My left hand, I will always have it right over the launch button. That's right there. Now, depending on the car, depending on how fast this needle, the first couple of shifts are, I kind of adjust my hand accordingly, but I just get comfortable basically. So anyways, my hand, I'll have it over the pedal and over the launch button. Now, from here on out, the only thing I am paying attention to are these, is this light here, this launch button. I'm watching, that's the only thing. I don't care about anything else, because what I'm looking for after I redline it and the needle's up here jumping at the wall, the only thing I'm watching is this launch button. I'm waiting for it to light up. Now the launch and the NOS will light up at the same time. But the only thing I'm paying attention to is this launch. Now for the ZR1, I know the release is when this first light comes on. I believe it's yellow. First yellow light comes on. That's the only thing you have to know about the release on this. So I'm watching the launch. It's coming on. Now I know when that launch comes on, I believe it's a half a second later, this first light yellow light will come on. Now, as long as I see that yellow light and I release at the exact moment I need to, now we're talking thousandths of a second, so if you release it just a second or a fraction of a second early or late, it could mean the whole world when it comes to a race. So you have to make sure to practice so you know exactly when it comes on. If I say the first light, it could mean right when that first light comes on. It could mean a little bit after. That's up to you to find out the exact moment to practice to get your timing down. So when that first light comes on with the ZR1, I release. Now what I'm doing, now this is the needle will actually be up here, but when you release, you're going to watch that needle drop. Now, I don't care about anything else at this point in time. I don't care about the launch. I don't care about the lights. I don't care about the dings, you know, the bells you hear. None of that matters. The only thing I'm watching is this needle. I'm watching it drop. I'm watching it drop as these lights come on. Now, the ZR1 launches what I call 2200 is where I see this needle at right here. I call that 2200, possibly 2300. It's really hard to tell, but I call it 2200, and that is where you want to launch at when that needle. And as long as you released at the exact moment you needed to, you don't care about the lights, the bells, the dings, anything. You launch when you see it right there, and you will get that perfect launch. It's a little tough. A lot of people listen to the bell, watch the lights. This is how I do it, and it seems to be doing pretty well for me. I get pretty consistent results. You know, I do mess up. I don't really put videos up because nobody cares about it when you screw up, but you know, I do. But anyways, as long as you're on point, when you launch right at 2200 RPMs, you should get a perfect launch. Now I'm going to kind of go through and hopefully we can find a lobby with some bots. So buy some boost real quick before I forget. Hopefully we can find a lobby with some bots, and I'll kind of show you my way versus the way other people do. Alright guys, I found a room with some bots in it. I just ran against another player and he fouled out, so it kind of sucked. But I have some bots here, and I'm going to show you how I do it. We're going to have the volume down, and I have this piece of paper over the lights, so I don't use the lights. I have the volume down so I don't hear the bells. All I'm going to do is watch this light. I'm going to release, I'll watch the needle drop, and I'll launch at 2200 RPMs. So let me kind of show you how I do it. And then the next one, I'll put something over the RPMs, and I'll turn the volume up just so I can show you the other way other people do it. See, there we go. That's pretty much how you do it. That's actually pretty nice, 001. So what I did is I made sure I released where I needed to when that light came on. I didn't care about these lights, the bells, nothing. All I did was focus on that needle, and I launched at 2200 RPMs. Now, I hope I put this in the right place. I can move it actually, but I'm going to put this over the tachometer, and I'm not going to watch that. All I'm going to do is try to time it with the lights here like most people, and you'll see my reaction time usually won't be as good, and unfortunately you won't be able to see the tachometer, but actually I'll do one, I'll cover it, and then I won't cover it. That way you can watch the tachometer, because you'll see it won't be at 2200 RPMs if you go by the lights and all that. So anyways, let me show you what I mean here. Hopefully I can get this over the tachometer in time. And okay. See, I got a perfect launch, but it was at 0.032. So, and I don't know what my RPM was at, because I wasn't obviously watching it because it was covered, but I guarantee you it was not at 2200. I had a 32 thousandths of a reaction, so it could have probably been closer to the 2,000 RPM range. So one more time, I won't cover it, and we'll see. You can watch. It may be better, maybe worse, I don't know, but this is how most people do it. And watch that. It won't be, maybe it'll be, but it probably won't be about 2,200, but see, that definitely was not good. I wasn't watching this at all. I was only going by the lights and the dings, and that time was a .063. So you can see the 2 times where I only used the lights and the dings, my RT was horrible. Horrible. But the 1 time where I covered it up and only watched the needle, .001. So that's pretty much, in a nutshell, how I launch a car. I guess Perfect Launch 101. So guys, if you have any questions, post them in the comments. I'll try to answer as many as I can. If you're new to this game, try this method. Try it more than once. Try it a few times. And when you don't like it, try it again, because I'm telling you, it works. If you get used to it and you kind of acclimate yourself to it, you're going to have great results, I guess. I don't know, for lack of a better word, but you will get better results than if you watch the lights. So anyways, guys, hope this helps you out. And as always, stay perfect, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys.